Ever since the shooting of NBA Ben 10, there have been a lot of questions about Jay Prince Jr., the whole Prince family, and the issues between the NBA Never Broke Again crew that YoungBoy and Ben 10 are known for in Baton Rouge, and the Mob Ties crew from Houston that Jay Prince Jr. Sr. and his father apparently have been running for years. And there is a whole bunch of deep, dark beef between these two groups. And there's I'm not going to lie to you, there's rumors going around that people might have actually been killed over the NBA Mob Ties beef years ago, and that the fact that NBA Ben 10 was allegedly frontlining Jay Prince Jr.'s plot to rob All-Star JR that ended up with NBA Ben 10 getting shot, it was unthinkable just a few years ago. So in this video, I'm going to break down the whole history of the beef between NBA and the Mob Ties, how Ben 10 actually ended up rocking with Jay Prince Jr., who at one point was a full-blown op of the Never Broke Again crew. And I'm going to talk about some of the rumors that there might have actually been bodies dropped in this beef before this even happened. Now, we're going to kick off here with a bizarre update because NBA Ben 10 has apparently been posting to Instagram since the shooting. Now, there was rumors that he was on life support. There was rumors that he died twice. There was rumors that he might not make it. But I was shocked when I woke up today and I saw the little circle on Instagram and said, damn, baby boy Ben 10. He posted on Instagram. Now, he posted promo for YoungBoy's new song. I think this is the music video for Bruce Wayne, an absolute banger from the Slime Cry album, one of the best albums that I've heard in years, to be honest with you. But anyway, people have been very confused. They're saying 10's posting. A lot of people have been wondering if it's actually 10, if it's actually him, if somebody's got hold of his account. But interestingly enough, there's been a few new updates from the NBA camp regarding this situation, because NBA OG3 recently took to social media too to address the accusations that he abandoned Ben 10 during the altercation. So this was going around in the dumb way yesterday. OG3 posted, he said, everybody got something to say, but why would I want anything to happen on my birthday with my mother, baby sisters, and brothers all in the building? Kids, you're still trying to justify something when I tried to de-escalate the situation. Being a leader is not easy. So look, all right, he said he literally was stomping homie too. Lol, this ain't it. They were saying they was trying to hold him back. People saying I didn't see him stomping shit. I saw him getting pulled back. Then I saw him getting pulled back out of the restaurant by the rest of them dudes they was with. But even if he tried to de-escalate stuff and it popped off regardless, he was going to come behind his set like he's supposed to. You talk like he was there, and y'all know that people that's in the camp that was there to get the first-hand account of what went down. They're saying free a boss, whether folks want to admit it or not. He can't be doing goon stuff like that. He got goons to do that, or else he wouldn't have left. Otherwise, he wouldn't have that 3 shit, just like 10 got baby 10s. Bruh, he shouldn't be doing that either. They're saying he a shot caller. People saying, I think YoungBoy realized them dudes are fake gangster, and YoungBoy smart enough not to be around them dudes. They move like attention seekers. They don't move like they YB partners. Hence why Pistol P on his side, because Pistol P really out the way, and he'll protect the brand at all costs. He's not a liability. But them other dudes, 3 and Ben, just be in the way. 3 got the NBA label, but he ain't making nothing shake. All right? Some people are saying this is fake. People are basically desperate to get to the bottom of this situation. So I'm going to give you some of the backstory about 4K Trey, which is YoungBoy's crew. 4K Trey is like the street version of NBA Never Broke Again. That's the label. 4K Trey, that's the alleged gang. There's been a lot of meanings about what 4K Trey might have meant over the years. Some people say it's 4K Trey. They kill him for Kentrell. There's a lot of different explanations. Go and watch my documentary about YoungBoy if you want the many, many explanations of that. But anyway, okay, this is some of the history about YoungBoy's crew, the NBA and 4K Trey crew, or BBG, the Bottom Boy Gorillas, as they were known way back in the day. That's sort of the original group in Baton Rouge that the NBA crew evolved out of. But their extensive history in Houston has been brought under a microscope. So they've got a long-standing alliance with local gangs like the Scoot Up Crips and Perp Gang. Okay, so they've been popped out with members in Houston over the years, real street fellas, all right, that got a real history in them Houston streets. People saying Scoot Up is a mix of Bloods and Crips. The dude in a pic of blood from 5th Ward, OMB, Bloodbath, and Source Walker's Hood. It's other areas that's part of Scoot Up too. People saying, yeah, Scoot Up is associated with 103, the 3rd Ward. Scoot Up Crips is 103. Scoot Up is Crips, 103 is Bloods, and they're beefing with the push-ups. People saying, you're wrong, my boy. 103 early is Scoot Up. Scoot Up is just a name that came along a couple years back when Kenny Lou, rest in peace, started blowing up as a rapper. And Lil Nike, the dude in the pic, is not from 5th Ward. He's from South Park. Perp from Dead End. Scoot Up is mostly 3rd Ward members from all over South Park, but South Park clique's got a lot of history behind that shit. Right? Saying 5th Ward and South Park. People are arguing about the affiliations, but what we can see is that the Baton Rouge gang members have been locked in with the Houston gang members, if I'm not mistaken. They're saying Doughboy Source was YB's big homie when he first got signed and moved to Houston. So YoungBoy lived in Houston for a bit, right? Saying a lot of Louisiana family ties in with Houston. Seems like a lot of the black families in Houston migrated from Louisiana sometime in the last 100 years. And I've got a personal story because when I went to Louisiana, I went to YoungBoy's Hood, I went to Baton Rouge, I went to New Orleans, and everybody kept telling me Houston's a close drive. My camera guy, Peanut, shout out to him. He was telling me, yo, we drive out to Houston all the time. We pop up in Houston. Like, this is New Orleans, Houston, like we locked in. Okay, so that's a whole thing. All right, that's coming from the horse's mouth. I was in New Orleans. I'll be over there. I'll be outside. All right, I was on Baton Rouge. Anyway, okay, this has got to the point where 4K Trey members that are affiliated in Houston have reportedly even been laid to rest in the city. So this is a Houston 4K Trey member apparently having his funeral in Houston. And it just goes to show you that these gang alliances, they spread far on beyond the borders of Louisiana to Texas.
Yeah, early in the morning, I'm like...
So if you know the 4K Trey, all of YoungBoy's crew, they're slimes, all right? They're evolved bloods that don't wear red anymore. They wear green. Green bandanas everywhere. Green flag activity. If you're a deep YoungBoy glazer like me, pause, you know all about the green flags. If you went to YoungBoy shows on his tour, the Massa tour, it was green flags in the air all day long, man. You had to have them green flags or you weren't allowed in. They're saying he claims Scoot Up Gang more than 4K Trey. People are saying you see the green flag on his coffin, though. And they're saying he's not Crip. Scoot Up is not Crip set. It's just a clique. People saying I didn't know 4K Trey had a presence outside of LA and YoungBoy's crew. They're saying LMAO, that shit damn near its own set like Sex Money Murder. And it evolved from the Sex Money Murder bloods, according to some people. All right. So they deep in the streets. All right. Now, a lot of Redditors over the years have discussed 4K Trey's ties to Houston and the streets over there. People saying 4K Trey NBA are seriously deep in Houston. People saying, not going to lie, I mess with YB and the rest of the 4K Trey camp, but them Houston dudes are just using them boys. I don't think you realize how grimy Houston is. Well, we know now. They said not Scoot Up. They was with YB on the tour and 3 signed one of them. Saying facts, I'm from the H and Mob Ties definitely sent them boys on a crash dummy mission and they took the bait. They're saying pretty sure YB and 3 fell out over the J Prince shit too, which is the funny part, right? And we're going to get into it because there's a lot of overlapping loyalties because there was a big beef between the Mob Ties crew and YoungBoy's crew. So it's unthinkable. Why is OG3 having a birthday party and J Prince Jr.'s there? Why are they beating somebody up trying to rob a chain on behalf of J Prince Jr.? People saying the main members like Montana, 33, 10, Big B, Herm, Scully, and YB brothers all stay in Houston. They all clicked up with Scoot Up Gang, and East Houston got connections with D-Baby, Lil Jami, and now J Prince Jr. people. People saying Mob Ties ran on them according to Dallas Global. They're saying no, J Prince Jr. sent 10 of his guys to beat up the shooter. Bruh, look. All right, I'm going to read it. They're saying white dudes are going to space and the moon and we're over here dying about dome and chains, right? Why are you always comparing yourselves to white people? It'd be sounding weird, okay? Look, I think just as a society, doesn't matter what color you are, we all need to lift ourselves up and stay out of nonsense. Doesn't matter what color you are, where you're from. Let's all be on positive vibes. I report on these things because this is the dark side of what's going on in the world in the music industry. I don't condone it, all right? Don't condone the streets. This is no way to behave. Okay, let's try and do better going forward. For all the young people coming up out of the hoods of Houston and Louisiana, let's do better and not get into any of this nonsense. But speaking of nonsense, okay, according to a lot of people, the reason that 4K Trey is locked in with J Prince Jr. is because of OG3. People are saying, why was Ben running with J Prince Jr.? I thought NBA wasn't that cool with the mob unless Ben was getting extorted. Now, a lot of people have been given their points. People have deleted a few comments that saying 3-3 proving YB point every time. I think that's why YB not fucking with 3 right now. He messing with dudes clearly that YB don't like or rock with because there's been rumors that 3 and YoungBoy ain't been seeing eye to eye. They've been going around for a while. And now a lot of commenters are saying that's because of his connection, OG3 maintaining a relationship with the Mob Ties with J Prince Jr. and YoungBoy ain't feeling that. Right? They're saying they've been cool for a while. 3-3, friendly ass, always in the club with J Prince Jr. Contract business. They're saying, how you blaming 3-3 for 10's dumb decisions? All right. They're saying it's because of 3-3. So look, just last year, OG3 would discuss his time that he spent in Houston with FYB J Main. Shout out to J Main. All right. Big with the Whoop Man himself.
You know what I'm saying?
So Houston is home for you now. I've been seeing you at camp. Speaking of the females, I seen you at camp over whooping. Let's break this down. I seen the video of you at camp. So you fucking with, like, what's 3 favorite club in Houston to pop out to? Let's break that down. Like if 3 popping out, if it's one of those, it hit different when it's one of them nights.
I can't choose because like, it ain't none of that. But it's like really what's crazy. My home in Louisiana, I got a big house in Louisiana.
Oh, straight up.
I be back and forth. My main house in LA though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I stay in Encino, California. Oh, okay. So I stay. That's where my main house is in Encino. But it's like I be from there, Louisiana, and I come stop by. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I really just got people that I pass through and come see. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It just really. I just got, you know what I'm saying?
So you just network here. This really a networking spot.
So OG3, man, he clearly rich as hell. Okay, he got cribs in California, he living in Encino. He talking a little bit too much about where he lives, to be honest with you. He said he got a big crib in Louisiana, his main house in California. He got spots in Houston. He rich as fuck. All right, so shout out to OG3, the NBA crew. They done ran through a whole lot of millions, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions. But back to 2020, things wasn't so sweet. There was a big friction between the 4K Trey and the Mob Ties crew after NBA YoungBoy's Houston area home was allegedly robbed.
Bullshit, nigga. NBA YoungBoy shit.
So this is alleged footage of goons breaking into NBA YoungBoy's Houston home that was posted on Instagram. Very dumb. People want to hate on me, tell me, oh, you're the police. Oh, you talking on street business. Why are you filming a home invasion?
NBA YoungBoy shit, nigga. NBA YoungBoy shit. Guys, nigga. Yo, this y'all favorite rapper. Big YoungBoy shit, man.
They found out, I'm not going to lie. I'd be found out too. Hell of a car collection. Got a Bentley, got a McLaren GT. You know you found out when you're doing a home invasion, you can't help but post a little pic of the McLaren keys. All right? You found out. You broke. Right? You got to post them keys. They ain't yours. You're doing a home invasion right now. You're doing a B&E. And you out here flexing the keys. Flexing the whole car collection. Like YoungBoy ain't even bothered. Okay? So, very, very strange behavior. People saying they'll do anything for clout. Now, shortly after the incident, NBA YoungBoy apparently was in contact with the alleged home invaders.
Don't turn me down, bitch.
What you said?
Don't turn me down, bitch. What you on, folks?
Don't turn you down.
Yeah, man. What you on, folks?
What you mean what I'm on?
What you on, man? What the deal there? What up?
What up? You want to buy your shit back or what?
You ain't get shit, you flunked out ass little nigga. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb motherfucker. What you got, $20 out of car?
Nah, nigga. You know what we got, nigga. Stop that cap.
Mad.
So they're saying, why are you talking to me? You want to buy your stuff back? YoungBoy saying you ain't getting nothing. Will you get $20 out of that car? They saying, no, we got something. What's going on? Why are you talking? YoungBoy sounding hot.
Man, crazy like a motherfucker.
Nigga capping, bro. They gonna believe anything you
want me to
say.
go start my car? I just took a picture in the same car today with my little boy. You bitch ass niggas on this bitch like y'all stole something. I'm gonna catch one of you niggas, man.
So he's saying, I'm going to catch one of you guys, man. But it didn't end up happening that way because Jay Prince, and this is the definition of doing too much, right? You putting your foot in it right now. Jay Prince would publicly step in an effort to apparently return some of YoungBoy's stolen items.
The little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, YoungBoy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce. I got your keys to your McLaren. You know, all that they took. And the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
You got your Rolls Royce umbrellas.
You got the Rolls Royce umbrella. So they really stole the Rolls Royce umbrellas. These worth like, I swear these are like $10,000 a piece. These are super expensive. They pop out the Rolls Royce doors. I aspire one day. Hopefully I'll get a Rolls Royce one day. But you got the umbrellas in the doors. So Jay Prince Sr. is stepping in. I think he's doing too much because he's saying, oh, he good with the mob ties. He good with the family. So we're going to return these items. But you making it look like you involved. You popping out, doing a photo op with the Rolls Royce umbrellas. Jay Prince Sr., he looking like he on real street crackhead breaking and entering activities. Why are you even lowering yourself? You're supposed to be Jay Prince Sr., this big dog. You trying to be mob ties and look good like you got the items back, but low-key you looking dusty. What have you got to do with an umbrella heist?
You got your keys, you got a bunch of other shit. You got your keys, you got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with us, bro. Get your shit back, bro.
All good, waiting on you.
So they said, get in contact with us, get your shit back. Jay Prince Sr. said, we waiting on you. Now they low-key sunning YoungBoy, and Jay Prince Sr., who should be he's an author, he a businessman, he an entrepreneur, he a multimillionaire. Why is he out here posing with stolen umbrellas? It's not a good look. And then he posted, it's a small world. You never know who you know. As you can see, the homie NBA YoungBoy and OG3 has ties. Y'all will see us together too. Let's celebrate the little homie Shakur Stevenson's birthday, June 27th. Now, I don't know if this part is relevant. But
This there empathy. There are millions of people locked up behind bars, living in crowded conditions and helpless against the coronavirus.
I guess he decided to do a little PSA for the streets after doing a photo op with a bunch of stolen umbrellas. Very bizarre behavior, honestly, if you ask me. People saying Jay Prince should go back to being silent and mysterious like he used to be. I would say that video we just saw was an aura destruction. Okay, Jay, the type of person that sets the thing up and makes the rap boys thinks he got power in his pocket. Extortion, they're saying Jay Prince probably has something to do with it being stolen. This is a bad look. It's actually a really, really bad look, right? He made himself look very, very just low, all right? He's way too grown to be doing stuff like this. Honestly, unnecessary. Sounds like don't get cut. It sounds like don't get cut like he did type of convo, but I respect NBA's stance. So look, what ended up happening is YB actually declined the offer in a now infamous clip. He said he wasn't going for it. This is nonsense.
Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that pussy ass shit. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty of niggas around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no fucking publicity. None of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on them keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Mind your fucking business, man. Hey.
So he said he good on them keys. He said if you want to try and get in touch with me, there's proper ways to do it. You go into social media like a clown, desperate for clout. It's not really becoming of Jay Prince Sr. to be doing that. People saying it's facts. A true general protects himself, right? They're saying he'd a goat. They're not going like that. Now, DJ Academics would also give a detailed breakdown of the situation later on a stream and provide some more context because Academics, he tapped in with everywhere. He the Twitch mob ties.
Now, bunch of drama going on, all right? NBA YoungBoy, his house got broken into. I don't know how the ops found out about where he lived at, but the ops ran up in his crib, grabbed his keys, and I'm going to tell you off rip, this whole thing didn't seem or sit right with me. How did they know his whereabouts? How did they know he not at the spot? How did they get in? But regardless, a bunch of thieves got into his spot, and basically they were going live while doing the robbery. Have y'all ever seen that before? Now, I'm just pointing out the spookiness of this because I'm pretty sure YoungBoy's thinking, this shit do kind of sound fishy. How y'all know where I live at? How y'all know I won't be back anytime soon? How y'all just goddamn bold to be going live while stealing my shit? Now, I'll tell you some more spooky shit about this robbery, okay? They go into his crib, okay? He got a ton of cars. They're showing off the cars. They clearly are impressed by the Maybach and the McLaren. Do they steal the cars? No. They only take the keys. What the fuck? What type of shit is this? These niggas is like going to the fucking bank and stealing the envelope where you put the money in, but leaving the money. Are you niggas dumb? Now, that's what happened, okay? They took supposedly some things like in the armrest. They took minor shit. They took umbrellas, but they didn't take no major shit. Now, YoungBoy been on the prowl ever since then saying, yo, I'm going to find these pussy-ass niggas, okay? And you know how YoungBoy give it up. So he's basically saying, them niggas dead, okay? I'm sorry, bro. That's just pretty much what he's saying, right? Now, in a very strange twist of events, and YoungBoy and his fan base been looking for these niggas, trust me. In a very strange twist of events, all the items that were stolen pops right back up. Guess who it pops back up with? Jay Prince, okay, the legendary Jay Prince out of Houston. Apparently, you know, if you don't know, he's a guy who's, you know, very famous for courtesy calls and third. He stepped in and he got back all the stolen items, all the keys, all the umbrellas and this and the third from the thieves. And he's basically saying, YoungBoy, come get your shit back. We will be presenting you your things back. They can't violate you because I fuck with you. And you know what? Because I fuck with you, that is some sort of protection from these things that happens, okay? Now, YoungBoy didn't really react too lightly to that. And Jay Prince has a lot of respect, so people were probably shocked by YoungBoy's response. YoungBoy pretty much says, I don't want them keys. I'm good. I don't want none of that shit. I am straight. The mere fact you have to get online to do this shit, I am cool. I don't want nothing to do with that. Also, he rejects trying to be friends or trying to build a relationship with Jay Prince. He said, yo, I don't want no new friends. I'm good off all of that shit. Which leads me to say, because YoungBoy being in Houston a lot, you know, Jay Prince runs Houston, there might be a little bit, you know, some troubled waters there, okay? Also, you got to think about all the affiliations between the two. And also, YoungBoy might be thinking, nigga, if you got any type of affiliations to them robbers, I'm not going to just take my shit back like I'm some hoe. I want to do some shit. Who knows?
So it was crazy, okay? And YoungBoy wasn't going for it, wasn't feeling it. So this is a bunch of nonsense. What do you mean you popping out Jay Prince Sr., you trying to build a relationship? This ain't no way to build a relationship. And our guy, once again, friend of the channel, okay, Scary Sight, Whack 100, he would allege that this situation was all just a big calculated move by Jay Prince Sr. and the mob ties to try and bring the NBA camp under their wing, but it backfired terribly and it just made them look like a bunch of dusty umbrella thieves.
Was it your play, nigga? Like, was it your play? Go do this, bring it back to me. Let me use this to try to bring NBA into the Mob ties for. Listen, I'm not playing with that little nigga. Ain't no playing with him. He's serious as a top one out of all them niggas in his era. Whack, who NBA YoungBoy going? He going in front of God, the police. He don't give. You got to do it to that nigga. That ain't no acts he doing.
He'll crash out.
He's gonna crash. His mama raised him like that, bro.
Yeah, that's
his mama's a gangster. His mama a gangster like you, and I get it, cause my mama was like that. My mama was like that, nigga, for real.
Oh, man, so Wack is saying Jay Prince is a master manipulator, man. Basically claiming Jay Prince allegedly sent them dudes down there to break into YoungBoy house as a play to get YoungBoy to kind of tap in with the mob tie situation. That, or he knew the people that did it and still used it as the same situation to try to get him, wheel him in like, yo, I know who did that.
So, according to Wack and academics and a lot of other people, Jay Prince Sr. had coordinated the umbrella heist as a play to try and get NBA YoungBoy fucking with the mob ties, and it backfired horribly. Now, in June 2020, that's when Jay Prince Sr. actually responded to YB declining his help with threats, and he would also reveal that despite this issue with YoungBoy and coordinating an umbrella heist into his crib, he already had a close relationship with OG3, and this might just be how this whole situation came to be 6 years ago, where the seeds were planted. Look at this.
I see you took my kindness for weakness, because you're a dumb boy with limited thinking ability and disrespectful.
He's saying he not YoungBoy, he's saying he a dumb boy with limited thinking ability, and he mistook his kindness for weakness. He starts threatening YoungBoy. Disrespect, this is wild.
It's slick and acting like you and your brother wasn't down with me letting it be known you were mob ties connected. But I talked to your brother, and I believe every word he said about you knowing, because he's been solid with me. I've known your brother for years and never witnessed no weak shit. So OG3, we good. But you seem to be dumber than a box of rocks, so you despise wisdom. What you should be mad about is the lie you live in, and the weak-ass security being asleep in front of your house. I bet he lied.
So Jay Prince Sr. just said what you should be really worried about is your weak-ass security being asleep in front of your house. He's pretty much snitched on himself right here and basically claiming responsibility for the incident, talking about, oh, how do you even know the security was asleep in front of the house? You doing way too much, okay? And then he went from being an umbrella salesman to now he's doing his best Vito Corleone impression. It's just not a good look.
I bet he lied to you about being asleep. That's free game.
How did he? So he's saying your security lied to you about being asleep. How did you know that? It's low-key incriminating.
Gave you, but it probably went over your head. Let me say this to you, little homie. You're not a friend or enemy today. Let's keep it that way, no matter how hot it gets in Texas. By the way, I'm minding my business. You just too dumb to know Texas is my business. And I will give you whatever you ask for, good or bad. I'm done.
So he threatening YoungBoy, all right? I'm not going to lie to you. So YoungBoy would have been 21 in 2020 when this was going on. And Jay Prince Sr. would have been like 55, 56 at the time, okay? He doing all of this threatening a 21, he big 56, posing with the umbrella. It's actually crazy. So he threatening him, and he basically saying, I'm minding my business, Houston is my business, all of this crazy shit. Now, what is even more crazy, and this is opinions, speculation. I'm not saying that what I'm about to say is a fact, but Wack 100 in 2022, he would infer that YoungBoy actually got someone killed in retaliation for this robbery.
About nothing, because you put your kids through school, they grow.
Yeah, that
he
nigga
got
be
the right
listening.
one.
That nigga
He
be
got the
listening.
right one. See that shit, all that. I don't know what he tried that shit with NBA YoungBoy and got a nigga killed.
While we was gone.
Listen, it's all alleged. It's alleged opinions. But in Wack's alleged opinion, he's saying Jay Prince Sr. tried to play with YoungBoy and got somebody killed. It's crazy over McLaren keys and umbrellas, right? That's so messed up. Now, I don't know if that's entirely true, but some people believe that this is actually what YoungBoy's referencing in the track F the Industry Part 2 and also in this freestyle. So let me show you this. Hopefully this don't get copyrighted and get trimmed out of the video. If you don't see what's in the video, you have to go look this up yourself. But they're saying that F the Industry Part 2 and this freestyle, YoungBoy talking about Jay Prince.
Using hood niggas for to grow your face. Bitch, I see that nigga. Nigga, you a trick and that's how you known. You'll never be known in the trenches. Trying to think of something else just for to say. I hate you niggas. Nigga, bring your bow legs to Salt Lake. You a gangster nigga. Go at Jay Prince, I kill your daddy, bitch. I ain't worried, nigga. I got Stunner with me. And bitch, I got feet that's good money with me. That hitter came way from the using.
He said, go ask Jay Prince, I'll kill your daddy. I don't know if he's talking about Junior and he's saying I'll kill Senior, but this is crazy. So these are the lyrics from F the Industry Part 2 where he goes after Jay Prince. And look, I'll just read you what he says. You're going to have to make up your own mind about this, all right? But he said, using hood dudes for you to grow your face, bitch. I see that. Dude, you a trick. And that's how I know you'll never be known in the trenches trying to think of something else to say. I hate you dudes. Dude, bring your bold ass. I don't know if he's saying old ass to Salt Lake. You a gangster. Go ask Jay Prince. I'll kill your daddy. I ain't worried. I got Stunner with me and I got Fee. That's to get money with me. The hitter came all the way from New Orleans that split him in that apartments. So Mr. Rap Boy, shit like that, what got me as a target. Don't forget it. I paid them young dudes word around claiming they gonna kill me. I birthed you young dudes and bitch, I'm bound to kill an infant. So this was broken down in this genius annotated lyric. And look, it says, apparently this started off as a diss towards Lil Durk. A lot of this song is dissing towards Lil Durk. And there's earlier disses in the song targeting Drake. Said, talk to Drake, cross FaceTime. He wasn't feeling me. Told me he fucked with Durk and it's getting into me. So Jay Prince Senior and Junior are tapped in with Drake as well. So it's all kind of connected. He's talking about this little relationship. And then it basically talks about on May the 18th, 2023, Jay Prince, the man who introduced Drake to Lil Wayne's Young Money, resulting in Drake getting signed and making his way into the rap industry, shared a post with him, Birdman, and YoungBoy in which he alluded that the two artists had actually squashed their beef. All right. And so this is basically what he had said. And I'll show you the post real quick. All right. So this was the post where they had allegedly squashed it with Birdman and Jay Prince Sr. all there together. There they are. All right. Jay Prince told NBA YoungBoy it'd be a good idea to take Drake off his enemy list. So after that song came out, that led to this supposed squashing, right? Jay Prince posted it and look, he hungry for the clout. He back in the garage, all right? He back in the garage. He better put them umbrellas back. YoungBoy better keep an eye on that Rolls. I see the Cullinan in the background. He better guard that umbrella with his life with Jay Prince Sr. around, okay? Got to be careful. This guy, the umbrella bandit. But he said, as you can all see, I had a good time kicking it with the homies in Utah, so we went to Utah. On behalf of the little homie YB, me and my brother Birdman were able to have a real conversation face to face. We talked about the past, the present, and the future, but most importantly, we left each other with a mutual respect moving forward. Even though I wasn't there for a meeting with Birdman, I must say the Lord works in mysterious ways. With that being said, I must address the song where my name and Drake's name were mentioned. To the little homie, as I said to you privately, I say to you publicly, Drake is my son. He roll with me. Therefore, I think it's a good idea to take him off your enemy list because the truth of the matter is we got nothing but love for Durk and your accomplishments. When I put Drake on the FaceTime call with you, my intent was for y'all to move forward, not backwards. Two things we get out every day is a chance and a choice. Two choices we make determine our destination. The choices we make determine our destination. So Jay Prince Sr., all right, in this clout-driven post, he's basically saying that he's the person that put YoungBoy on the phone with Drake. And it sounds like he put them on the call and it went left. He said, when I put Drake on that FaceTime call, I wanted you to move forwards, not backwards. So it sounds like he said, yeah, let me patch it up, put you on the phone with Drake. And that shit went left, talking about Durk. So he low-key still threatening. Even bringing up Durk in this comment is low-key talking a little bit too hot. Okay, so he rubbing it in his face. And people saying, they're saying the last two lines are oddly comforting out of context. Some people saying, surely it's got to be weird for Drake's actual dad to see bro saying Drake is my son. Right, the idea of Jay Prince scares me. He's like a modern-day Suge Knight. He seems cool as F with the people he's cool with and pay their dues. But the rumors are terrifying. Houston, for real, is a scary place. People saying, what are the rumors? They're saying he got Takeoff killed for Quavo's $2 million debt with Jay Prince. I ain't heard that one before. That's crazy. What the fuck? They're saying, I always found it interesting why Drake only got robbed once and was allowed to move in hip-hop circles so freely. Then I realized he is a Jay Prince asset. I'm a Jay Prince investment. Okay? They're saying Drake being openly extorted and made a bitch by Jay Prince is both hilarious and sad at the same time, except his actual son, Jazz Prince, was friends with Drake, so he got those ties by association and not by extortion. This says, and it pretty much confirms to me that Drake won't be giving this any attention or responding with a diss. Jay Prince stepping in usually means it's handled, and Drake just goes on being Drake without bothering with whoever disrespected his camp. Now, I just want to know if YB going to backpedal or stand on his shit. Honestly, I'd be more entertained if he dissed them again. They're saying Drake will never let anything slide. Who the F Jay Prince think he is? Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is when J Prince sat down for an interview where he discussed the conflict and said they had finally moved past it. Now, it still doesn't really explain how NBA Ben 10 ended up frontlining the beef for J Prince Jr. I'm not going to lie to you. I bet YoungBoy saw that J Prince Senior post trying to patch things up, and I bet he was offended. I bet you he was offended he wasn't fucking with it.
Tranquility and peace. I don't have nothing to prove. I ain't offering that shit, right? I'm gonna give rappers they like me and YoungBoy, for example. He called me, right? Recently? I mean, he called me when that shit heated up. Okay. Right? And it was like somewhat of a misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. You know, he said what he had to say, I said what I had to say. Concept of how things should be when in reality they don't have to be that way, right? Right. But, you know, at the end of the day, I respect him for reaching out to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And, you know, I don't have to be his friend and I don't want to be his enemy.
He's saying I respect him for reaching out to me, blah, blah, blah. I think J Prince Sr. got sunned by YoungBoy, to be honest with you. That's how it sounds. And people bringing up the classic YoungBoy lyrics. Big dog, who? You got me effed up. That dude, no, he tried. Yeah, YoungBoy wasn't going for that one, okay? They're saying, who's the biggest boss, J Prince or Birdman? And #1, Stunner. You know Stunner ready for war behind YB when it comes to the OGs, right? They're saying Stunner tapped in with the fives everywhere. Saying NBA stood his ground, told him to keep it if he got to broadcast it. Said, man, he tried to lure in YoungBoy, and YoungBoy wasn't with it. These dudes be extorting, but acting like they don't be. He's saying, different game. These young men nowadays don't know your old ass like that. They ain't got the same heat. Only difference is their soldiers don't give a F. They're saying one thing about YoungBoy, he don't go hanging with everybody. He tries to stay away from certain people he feels he won't connect with. He's smart because everybody ain't got to be around. People saying, I'm beginning to see J Prince as an agent. They're saying he a goofy. They're saying, why be a different breed? I'm telling you. I know he mad at J Prince Jr. now, all that heat on them. Saying, so why is this older man coming at a rapper who's young enough to be his son? Sad, right? Nobody should be afraid of this guy anyway. Why give him so much power? I still don't know what he's done for anybody other than exploit and cause mayhem amongst his own people. That part, right? Saying his son looks like he got something to prove. NBA told him he got goons too. It's always a misunderstanding when it comes to you, James Prince. All right, they're saying you meet ride J Prince so much and you think everybody's scared of him. Just because you show respect doesn't mean you're scared of somebody. People are saying J Prince a goofy, had them kids running in his garage and shit and be like, I got your stuff if you want it. YoungBoy, you could reach out. You should have just called that man instead of doing extra shit trying to embarrass him publicly. Saying NBA YoungBoy wasn't buying whatever he was selling. YoungBoy a real gangster. J Prince looked like his bowling game would be on point. Look, okay, I personally, just in my opinion, allegedly, it sounds like J Prince tried to extort YoungBoy and failed miserably, okay? And it is very, very interesting to know all of that history. Maybe that is why YoungBoy ain't rocking with OG3, because he's maintaining this connection with the mob ties and J Prince Jr. and J Prince Sr. when they're out here allegedly trying to extort him, doing umbrella heists, trying to get him to take it back and then do a favor. I heard that the same shit was going on with Big U. You know what I'm saying? Big U, the big crip in LA that's been locked up now under the big indictment. There was rumors that he was having rolling 60s run up on rappers and he would run in, save the day, and suddenly he your new best friend. So I don't really respect it. Okay, I think J Prince Sr. definitely went outside in this situation, and I do think that YoungBoy ain't going for it. And it's baffling as to why Ben 10 was frontlining for J Prince Jr. So there's clearly more going on to the story, but I thought this was an interesting backstory, and I'm going to keep digging into this scenario. You know me, man. Once I got a lead, I'm going to be digging deep, burrowing into the deepest depths of this situation. And you know the Prince family, the mob ties, yeah, we're going to have to look into them real deep. Okay, so anyway, let me know what you thought of that video. I'll be back with some more updates for you guys tomorrow. If anything else pops off, let me know. Otherwise, for now, I'm out. Peace.